What do your MPs care about? Debating war in Afghanistan. Debating knife crime prevention. Debating drug laws. Debating the living wage. Voting to recognise Palestine. Debating schooling for Syrian refugees. Debating MPs' pay. Debating MPs' expenses. There's all of them together. Do they care about you or me? Or do they care about themselves? Friday, 16th of March 2018. Daily Fail. Corbyn, his daftest hour. In the House, the PM said there was no evidence here Hitler was behind the Blitz, even though the planes had "Made in Germany" stamped on them. What if Germany had been leader in 1940? Asked Little John. This is a complete load of bullshit. All Corbyn has done, I mean, I'm not a fan of Corbyn, but I give him credit where it's due. All he's done is asked to see evidence. Rather than just believe a bunch of liars, treacherous, treasonous scumbags, he says, well, show me the evidence, I'll be behind you. But these warmongering papers say, oh, you know, he's bad and all that sort of thing, you know, what would have happened, yeah, blah, blah. What they're forgetting to mention there, because when they say, what if he'd have been leader in 1940? Well, he wasn't. Churchill was. And what did Churchill do? He murdered 100,000 innocent men, women and children by bombing Dresden and then waiting an hour till he came out to put the fires out and repair it, and then bombed them again. So on that stance, he's a god compared to Churchill, who was an evil, treasonous, treacherous murderer. The scum. World unites against Putin. Utter lies and deception by the scum. The world isn't united. France has come out and says, well, you know, actually, I want to see some evidence. Other countries have come out and said, show us the evidence. And we can't do that because there isn't any, because them that stuff, that poison, was manufactured, imported down and distributed by MI5, MI6 agents, not the Russians. These scum papers are trying to push us towards World War III. And if you think you can survive World War III, you are sadly wrong. They don't give a shit because they'll be in their underground bunkers while we're getting vaporised. But hey, you know, you just believe whatever you read in the papers. Cheltenham, it's Gold Cup Day. This is one of the most evil race courses in the world. In 3 days, 4 horses died for your pleasure. So you can bet on which horse is going to win, and you were part of 4 horses in 3 days dying, having to be put down. And you know what happens to these horses? When they get too old, they get sold to dog meat factories. So they never have a good life. They're whipped to go faster, and then they're murdered and sent to dog food factories. Exclusive. Army shocker. Toots and Royals. Harry troops caught snorting cocaine in pub. Well, what a shock. The Guardian. Corbyn defies critics to warn against rush to judgment on spy poisoning. It's become blatantly obvious, even to those that haven't got a clue what's going on. There's more to behind this story than meets the eye, and certainly more than these scum sheets are putting out. But hey, you want to believe this shit? That's entirely up to you. HSBC tops list with biggest gender pay gap. Down with the kids. Theresa May first bumps a member of the public during a visit to Salisbury yesterday. Yeah, down with the kids. Dirty paedophile. Bitch. The Times. Cheltenham. The horse murdering racecourse. Google spends tens of millions on think tanks that back its politics. Well, what a shot there. West unites to confront Russia over poisoning. Chemical attack in Salisbury threatens us all. No, you scum papers threaten us all. Your lyings threaten us all. Because there are some still dumb enough to actually believe what you put out in your propaganda sheets. 55 years after he was killed, JFK gives his final speech. Apparently you can listen to Kennedy's unheard speech. Dickhead paper. Where is the love? Strike threat to exams. Love on the Irish celebrating St Patrick's Day. West unites to escalate hostility with Russia. Right. That's the UK. That is Russia. You really want to be going and poking hostility with a country that is 20 times, 30 times, 50 times bigger than us, has nuclear weapons, hasn't done anything wrong, unless I see evidence to prove otherwise, which there isn't any, because if there was, it would already be shown. So either they're working on manufacturing some evidence, or they just expect you to believe they're lying bullshit. Diplomatic coup for Britain as US, Germany and France join standoff with Putin. They're trying to cause World War III. We need to drag that hag out and punish her, along with the rest of the cabinet, along with the rest of the MPs that have ever voted negatively against the public. Moscow and Western powers head for most confrontational footing since Cold War. World War III. Boom, mushroom cloud. You getting it yet? What they're trying to do here? And by your inactions, you're allowing it. PM visits site of poisoning. First use of a nerve agent in Europe since Second World War. And who used it? British Secret Services. Saudi Arabia in race to get the bomb. Hawkins Memorial plans in Cambridge. School running out of money. Britain's new tourist hotspots. Great. Have a look at the hotspots, because if the way things are going, they're going to be extremely hot. Mirror. It's Gold Cup Day. Whoopie-doo. No justice for Poppy. Dad will not be charged for sex abuse. Tot's death. The CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, are there to protect paedophiles. That's all they were put there for. Because they know it used to be the cops that would decide whether to charge you or not. But they realised there were some decent cops out there then, way back then. I doubt there are any now. And that if they caught a paedophile like that piece of low-life shit, they would charge him. So they created the CPS to protect the paedophiles. Express. Helen Mirren. stripping off naked haunts my life. Cheltenham. Rip World Cup out of Putin's grasp. MPs question Russia's right to stage event. What? Because our Secret Service poisoned a couple of Russians and a cop? Telegraph. Jones swings the axe. That's rugby. I was groped on TV while pregnant. Helen Skelton. Country's Files. No surprise there. Nerve agent planted in daughter's suitcase. Kremlin-backed hit squad did not come to Britain, intelligence agencies now believe. No, of course they didn't, because it was our own secret services that did this. And when they get caught, they want to face the most severe penalty they can, along with the head of MI5 and MI6, because they were fully aware of what they were doing. Temperatures rise in the Arctic. Yeah, they're pushing that bullshit still. NASA plans nuclear spacecraft to blitz asteroid threat to Earth. Oh, give me a break. They couldn't even go to the moon. They're not going to do anything else. Chemical Kosh checks in every care home. Give women the lion's share of Dragon's Den. Grim anniversary as Syrian war turns 7. Matthew Walker on the connection between sleep deprivation and dementia. Possible. Metro. Putin the pariah. Trump, Macron and Merkel unite with May to point finger at Russia. Right, you look at that picture. You got that evil bitch, that dickhead that's married to a Rothschild, a lunatic, a psychopath and Putin. Out of them 5, which one will you trust the most? I'd trust Putin before any of them. Then in second, none. There is no second. They're all a bunch of twats. Trump, Macron and Merkel and with May to point finger at Russia. It's you! You did it, you! Allies condemn use of nerve agent as America reveals tough sanctions. They are so hard pushing World War III. And many of you can't see it. No one wins in a war. The civilians, you, me, are the only losers. Because these scumbags are in their deep underground bunkers going, I wonder what's going on there. Oh, bang. Oh, yeah. I bet some of them dumbasses up there are getting blown to pieces. Shame, eh? Oh, well, we needed to reduce the population. And what better way than called World War III? A fist bump for Salisbury. Evil satanic bitch messing with a kid. No new there then. The West tells Russia enough is enough. US, France and Germany join UK in landmark statement. FT. Best in class. FT celebrates boldness in business. Unbearable how Diamond Beer's steam Dale quickly soured. Robotic rivalry. Leading NATO powers join forces to accuse Russia of Skripal attack. US unveils fresh sanctions. France and Germany add backing Moscow to retaliate. Unilever moves to Rotterdam Dents May's Brexit vow on business as usual. Financial watchdog seeks probe into audit's grip. Not a lot in there then.